everybody, what's up? It's your girl, Scheli Jones, better known as Shell Bell J, to those of you who know me that way. Listen, I am so excited. This is my first live show on YouTube. I've done it live on Facebook, but this is my first live show on YouTube, and I have leveled up, y'all. I am so excited about the show. We have some crazy things to talk about today. I have an amazing guest. Her name is Janice Frederick. Y'all, she is a powerhouse businesswoman. I cannot wait to introduce you guys to her. Listen, I need to take care of some business first. I need you guys, if you are on Facebook, I need you to go to YouTube and I need you to I need you to subscribe, right? I need you to subscribe and I need you to hit that notification button because your girl's going to be on YouTube full time after a while. We're only going to do this Facebook thing for about 8 weeks or so, maybe less. But if you're here live with me on Facebook, hey y'all, what's going on? Follow me if you haven't followed me. Like it and share. Let everybody know. And you know how we do. Keep them hearts and all that kind of stuff and those likes going because that boosts up this video. And we want everybody to know, honey, about what we're doing over here on the Scheli Jones Show. Oh my gosh, the Scheli Jones Show. That sounds like music to my ears. Anyway, we have, as I said, Janice Frederick. We're going to be chopping it up about beauty supplies, Asian beauty supplies in Black areas and beauty supplies, Black-owned beauty supplies. You guys, we're going to talk about the difference. We are getting ready to get into it. So here we go. Let's get into it.
Let me take a moment.
Hey, dolls.
Sometime next week, maybe I can help. I know you've been calling. My phone is on do not disturb. And no, it's not personal. I just need some me time.
I want to tell you about this product.
Just when I'm not mood swings, coming back around, working through a few days.
Hey, I love that song. Listen, you guys, that is my baby girl, Darian Janelle. If you love that song as much as I do, go check her out. She is on all music platforms, Apple, Spotify, whatever else is out there, y'all. Y'all can go check her out. That song is called Mood Swing. All right, you guys, let's get into this show. Okay, I wanted to start off this show with something really happy because I know a lot of times it's the end of the day, life has happened, whatever, you were cussed out on the freeway, your boss made you mad, something didn't come in right if you're an entrepreneur. So we all have things like that happen every day. So let's bring the mood to positive vibes, all right? This segment is called Mood Swing, or how I swing my mood, because we always have things that distract us, right? Like when we're trying to get things together, things are going to come and distract us. So I don't know about you guys, but for me, I love to dance. So whenever I'm having like a day that just ain't going well, I like to, you guys, I can't pull it up on here because of licensing issues. But listen, you go on YouTube and check this out. And I bet you it's going to swing your mood. If you are having a down day, you're going to be like laughing and you might get up and dance too. Go to YouTube and type in Gregory David or David Gregory. He's a newscaster dancing to Mary J. Blige's song, Fine. I'm going to tell you, if you don't get up and start dancing, you're definitely going to laugh and it's definitely going to swing your mood. All right. So I want to hear how you swing your mood. This show is all about positivity, getting it to helping one another and really just not allowing distractions to keep us on our grind, to keep us moving towards where we're headed. So mood swing is about you telling me and me telling you how I swing my mood. So listen, go to my email address and please send me how you swing your mood. It's on the screen right now. Go ahead and screenshot it and go to my email address and tell me how you swing your mood. Those of you guys who do, you're going to get it put in the pot to get a gift. You don't know what that gift is. And she gives good gifts, honey. So go on there and put it in. I'm going to put you in a little pot and pull your name out and I'm going to send you a gift. All right. Okay. Moving on to our next segment. This segment is called On My Way Up. Yes. All right, DJ, let's bring that music down. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, that again is my daughter. But I love this segment because it's really one of the reasons why I even created the show in the first place, why I even decided to level up and do it this way. My question to you is, what is your on your way up? Okay, that means, like, what is it that you are striving for? What is your dream? What is your passion? Are you living out your purpose? I created this show because I wanted to inspire you, I wanted to motivate you, and I wanted to educate you. As an entrepreneur, I know firsthand what it's like to have a dream, have a vision, to be passionate about something, feel like it's your purpose, and not know how to get it started, not know who to talk to, not have the money to do it, and to feel stuck. The Scheli Jones Show is about helping entrepreneurs get unstuck, stay motivated, be educated, and to be inspired to move past that stuck part. All right. So I am really excited. I am really excited. I have a comment coming through. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So again, I want to know what your on your way up is. Okay. So go to my email address. We're going to put it up again. My email address, shelleyjones@shelleyjones.biz. Send me your on my way up. I'm again going to put you in a little pot, and whoever I pull out is going to get a little gift. But I want to feature you on my show. Hey, you don't know who I know. I may know some people, okay? I may be able to help you on your way up. So please do that. That's what this show is about. And let's get further into the show. Oh my gosh. I am so excited. But before we move on, you guys know we got to pay some bills. So I got to do a little commercial. Since I am the one underwriting this, it is my commercial. ReviveMyWig.com, you guys. Go there. This is my product. I have a product line. If you are wearing wigs, you need this product. This is Revive RLC spray. It keeps, listen, I have it on my wig right now. You see that shine? Listen, this is bleached blonde, y'all. Y'all know bleached blonde hair be tore up, right? And it feels so soft. It's so lovely. And RLC spray plays a big part in that. Okay. So you want to go to Revive My Wig, get your RLC spray, and make sure you use it on your wig. You can use it on your hair too, but it's really good. This formula is really great for wigs. It revives them, restores them back to their natural life and luster, keeps them moist. The wigs get really dry, so it locks in the moisture, and it helps you to keep your wig lasting a little longer. All right. Okay. So that is our commercial. Let's get into who we have as a guest. Okay. Listen, you guys, the reason why I chose this topic for my first show was because as a hairstylist, most of the time I go to professional beauty supplies. I really don't have the need to go to your local beauty supply. I'm either ordering things in bulk and they're being shipped to me, or I go to a professional beauty supply that you have to have a license or you have to have an establishment, a salon to go to. About 2 months ago, I was going on vacation, and at the last minute, I needed to get something from a local beauty supply. And you guys, I was so saddened. It was an Asian-owned beauty supply. And just aesthetically, when I first got out of my car and turned around to walk in, I could not see in the windows. All the windows were covered up. They had this advertisement on there. When I walked through the door, it was obvious there was one way in and one way out. The lighting was very dim. As I began to meander through and shop, I noticed that, hey, Tim, I noticed that things were locked down. I couldn't just pull things off the shelf. And that disturbed me. That really kind of bothered me. Hey, Sherry, thank you guys for coming on. Thank you for your support. Hey, stay on here, you guys, for questions and bring your questions. Hey, cousin Sharon. So it really bothered me, you guys. It really, really bothered me. So I had to call. I wanted to get some hair. I wanted to get some eyelashes, and I had to call somebody to help me. But then it made me think about my shopping experience when I go to the professional beauty supplies. it wasn't that way. It was more open, it was light and airy. But then I thought about Ulta. I thought about Ulta Beauty Supply, Sally's Beauty Supply. And you guys chime in if you guys know I'm right or correct me if I'm wrong. But when I go to Ulta Beauty Supply, the lighting, it's so light and bright. It's such a wonderful shopping experience. Nothing, I don't remember anything being locked down. Hey Patricia, I I know it's one way in and one way out, but I didn't feel that way. So that kind of got me to thinking. And I thought, why? And this Asian owned beauty supply was in a predominantly Black neighborhood. And it just made me think, why are the shopping experiences so different? And why do I feel like I'm being monitored every 5 minutes? And why do I feel like I'm a criminal? So I really, really, really wanted to talk about this. But you guys, I have a guest. Let me tell you about this guest. When I tell you this girl, I am so impressed with her. She is a young powerhouse. Her name is Janice Frederick. And I'm pulling up my phone. I'm going to read a little bit of her bio because I want her to tell us about her. This young lady, she is the go-to expert for all things beauty supply industry and veteran beauty supply and industry. She's an industry veteran. Okay. Janice Fredericks Spell has dedicated her career to the advancement of Black entrepreneurs in the beauty distribution and retail space. A graduate of St. John University Business School, go girl, Janice leveraged her Wall Street experience with Goldman Sachs to help Black beauty supply owners gross over $3 million in revenue with her Beauty Supply Bootcamp program established in 2017. That's all I'm going to read about her because I want the beautiful Janice Frederick to come on and tell us herself about who she is. So without further ado, let's welcome y'all. Go ahead and get your clap on, get your snap on for Janice, my guest, Janice Frederick. Come on in here, girl.
Yes.
Janice. Oh my gosh.
Hello.
I am so impressed with you. I really am. I am so impressed.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for being my guest on my first show, the Scheli Jones Show.
I'm so excited to be here. I'm so excited to be the first guest. This is really exciting.
Thank you so much. So listen, let's just get right into it. Please tell us about yourself. All right. Tell us about yourself.
Yeah. So as you guys heard, I started my journey into beauty supply with my own store. So similar to your experience, right? I went into a beauty supply store and the experience just was not good, right? I also remember being in a beauty supply store and I saw about like maybe $3,000 worth of transactions during, I would say, all of 10 to 20 minutes. And so I thought to myself, wow, the amount of money that's being made, the amount of women that's in this space, and we are getting treated like straight trash, makes no sense. And because I have never seen a Black owned beauty supply store, I felt like, listen, this is something that could be powerful. This is something that I can pioneer to be a movement potentially. And I just, went ahead and just started to do the research. So I went out, I started to do the research on how to open a beauty supply store, how much money is being made. Like I did a ton of research. As you guys have heard, I have a business degree. And so I knew that if I could take my, business education and apply my love for beauty and create a business, that I would be successful. And so I went out and I, went to different beauty supply stores. The first couple of beauty supply stores, the owners were Caucasian. It took me a really, really long time to find a Black owned beauty supply store. And so I had to travel to like the south side of Queens.
Wow.
To actually find someone who would help me. But I eventually did, praise God. And, I found me a mentor. He, pretty much taught me everything.
Okay.
I like interned in his store for a summer,
Mhm.
and 2 months later, I opened my own beauty supply store.
Wow. Okay, hold on. Stop the press. Hold on. Did you say you interned and then 2 months later you opened up your own beauty supply?
Yeah. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew the experience that I wanted to have. I knew the look. I knew a lot of I had a lot of ideas basically.
Okay. Okay.
But I just didn't know about accounts and vendors, like all the secret stuff that we just don't know about with beauty supply. I
Gotcha.
literally needed someone to help me with that.
Gotcha.
And so I literally interned for this man. I kind of like bartered with him. And so, I'm good with
Mhm.
books. I'm good with Excel. I'm good with numbers. So I was like, hey, let me come and like intern and kind of work the numbers in your business, like help your business increase if you kind of just teach me the ropes of beauty supply.
Right.
And so we had a really great partnership.
Mhm.
And he helped me get all of the inventory, just about all of the inventory for my store. He took me to different vendors. And again, this was over 10
Wow.
years ago when I got started. So the industry was way different than
Yeah.
what it is now.
Right.
When I got started, you had to have someone literally walk you into these big like distribution places
Mhm.
in New York.
Okay.
You couldn't just walk in like how you can now.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah, you had to have someone walk you in. You had to have someone call and like refer you. It was like heavy
Oh,
on
wow.
and so it wasn't anything like how it is now. Like
Okay.
if I were to call on my own, if I didn't speak the native language, which is Korean,
Uh-huh.
they would literally hang up on me.
Wow.
So that's how crazy it was
So
back when.
let me ask you a question. Was it a Korean guy who mentored you?
No, it was a black man.
Oh, okay. Okay. And he was able to take you in to these
Right.
places and
Exactly.
mentor you. Okay.
Right.
That is so crazy. That is amazing. Now, guys, if you have questions for Janice, please type your questions in the comments. We want to get your questions answered. And if there's anybody out there who wants to start a beauty supply business, we're going to hook you up with Janice so she can help you out, because she can help you out with that. All right. So you said you had your beauty supplies. Did you have more than one beauty supply store, or did you just have one?
Yeah. So the first one we opened in Queens, New York. And
Okay.
then a year and a half or 2 years later, we actually opened another location. I
Mhm.
have family in Bermuda. So we opened another Fabulous Freddy's in Bermuda. And so we ran those stores for over 8 years.
Okay.
And then in 2017, that's when I transitioned from operating my stores to consulting full time. Because at
Okay,
the
now before you get into that, hold on, because I want to get to that, because there's a couple of more questions
Okay.
that I want to ask you. What are some of the challenges you had as a beauty supply store owner? We know that you had competition with these Asian-owned beauty supplies. So tell me what some of the challenges were, and how did you get over those challenges?
So as a beauty supply store owner, I think the biggest challenge for me and for most people getting into this industry was equal
Mm,
access to vendors,
equal
um,
access.
equal access to vendors,
Mhm.
and then once you get the vendors, the pricing is different, and so
Mhm.
there's a lot of politics.
Right.
Obviously, we know that historically for decades the chain has been dominated by the Asian markets,
Right.
and the retail experience is starting to change, and so we still have to rely on the Asian markets for the accounts, for hair
Ah,
accounts, for distribution.
interesting.
We don't have any black owned wholesalers, and so they
Gotcha.
control the pricing, and so there's an us price, I'll say it like that,
Wow.
and then there's a price that everyone else gets.
Of
And
course.
so the biggest challenge is pricing. And so
Mhm.
what I heard a lot and what I still hear is that, like, oh, when I go to the black owned beauty supply store, like your prices are higher. But people don't understand our prices are higher because we are charged differently.
Right. Say,
This is
okay,
designed
Janice,
for us to out.
say that again. Did you have to come with your business credit? Okay. That's a good question, Lisa. Hey, Lisa. So keep that question up. Oh, you guys, I have a angel. I call him the velvet voice in the sky. Here's my producer, Daryl. Why don't you say hello to the ladies real quick with your velvet voice?
Hello, everyone.
So keep that question up for us, Daryl. So say that again, because I hear that so many times, so much, not just with beauty supply stores, but for me as a wig maker, I can't compete with Love Me Hair
Right.
because they're direct from factory to consumer. But for me, my prices are a little higher, and because of that, they will go with Love Me Hair before they go with me.
Yeah.
So please explain that to them, that just expound upon that there's a reason why that happens.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So again, we don't currently have Black owned distribution channels. So
Mm,
us as retailers, we still have to go through the chain of, the Asian owned manufacturers, the Asian
right,
owned distribution channels
right,
to us retailers. And
right.
so the pricing that we get is higher than the pricing that they give the other Asian owned beauty supply stores.
So
And
interesting.
because our pricing is higher by, sometimes it's even by like 5 to 10%. And so
Can
for
they
us,
legally do that? Can they I wonder if there is somehow we can get a petition together. How can they, because are the distribution warehouses in the United States or are they
no, they're in
overseas?
Asia. They're
Oh,
over.
they're in Asia. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so can't do
Right. So
anything
the
about that.
manufacturers are in Asia, and
Okay,
then their distribution houses, they're
okay.
here in the States.
But we buy from the distribution houses, correct?
Yeah, we buy from them.
Is that where the price hike comes in?
See, we would never know where the price hike actually
Gotcha.
is because they
Gotcha.
just won't, they will never disclose that information.
Gotcha.
Um,
Gotcha.
but
Gotcha.
going back to the original challenge with the pricing, that is why oftentimes you will see that our prices are higher because we don't get fair pricing.
Gotcha.
On our
Okay, ladies and gentlemen who are out there, you heard that. The reason why the Black owned beauty supplies, the pricing is higher is because we don't get fair pricing. It's the same thing with me. I don't get fair pricing either on my hair goods when I make a wig, or even when I sign a contract, a manufacturing contract with a factory, they're going to charge me more than they would an
Yeah.
Asian beauty supply that has selling hair. So we need you guys to give us a break on that, because we're not trying to be unfair or mean or greedy. That's just what it is. But we have a question from a audience member, from Lisa Lowe, and she wants to know, do you have to come in with your business credit already established? Great question, Lisa. Great question.
Yeah, I didn't. And so a lot of times, again, with like getting accounts with these vendors, they just want to know that you have cash on hand to be able to buy the inventory.
Okay. So if you don't have your business credit established, you need to have cash. So now for me, if you ask me that, the business credit lady, I would say yes. Have your business credit together. I would say take a year to build your business credit so you don't have to rely on your own cash flow to run the
Right.
business, because you don't know how long it's going to take to turn a profit. All right. I have another question for you, girl. Look, y'all, a sister has to put on her glasses. I have to take them on. I have to put them back on. Listen, it's called 5400. But wait a minute. I'm still cute, though. I'm still cute at 55, 54. Okay. So what is the average cost for your clients to open up a beauty supply store?
Yeah, so I get that question often, and it's a very hard question to answer because there's so many different types of stores, size of stores.
Okay.
So here in New York, we don't have a whole lot of like mega beauty supplies, like how they have them in the South and on the West Coast as well. So the average cost is six figures if you want to open like a smaller store. So like my store was less than 1,000 square feet. And then also the type of products and things of that nature that you carry will make a difference. So there's a lot of factors.
Okay.
And then
Can you give a range? Like a range?
So if I were to give a range, I've seen stores open with 50,000.
Okay.
I've seen stores open with 100,000.
Okay.
But I would say for someone starting, you want to have at least 100,000 in capital to open a store.
100,000 in capital. And I'm sure that would depend on, like you said, geographical area.
There's so many factors. Like for me to open a store in New York, I could probably open 2 stores down in Texas or Atlanta. right?
Yeah.
So it depends on where you are. How big of a store obviously will determine how much inventory. And so, like, if you guys are thinking about like opening a store, like the bigger the store, the more inventory you will need. But
Right.
on the flip side, obviously, the more money you will be able to make, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just think about that. Like, we need more mega Black owned beauty supply stores. There's not many because we don't have that type of capital,
Exactly.
200,000 to
Exactly.
open a mega beauty supply store. But
Exactly.
we are definitely a part of a movement for us to get there.
Yes, absolutely. And we're definitely going to get into that. We have another question coming in from Miss Lisa Lowe, Miss Esquire, Lisa Lowe Esquire. She wants to know, how do the distribution companies know that your company is Black owned?
Because they require you to send a driver's license. That's number one. So to
Ah,
open accounts with anyone is like opening accounts with anything.
okay.
So you need to submit documentation. They
Mhm.
also come to your store.
Oh, they
So
come to your store.
yeah, the reps come out to your store because they want to make sure that there is no other beauty supply stores around. So another little trick that a lot of the like Asian vendors have done with Black owned beauty supply stores, that they have exclusivity clauses that they don't want to open
Mm,
accounts if there's another beauty supply store with the same account within like a 3 mile, 5 mile radius.
okay.
But we know that with beauty supply stores, especially here in New York, there could be like 3 Asian owned beauty supply stores on one block. They all have the same accounts. But if
Yeah.
I want to come and open a beauty supply store, they will deny me an account and say that there's other Asian stores and they have to adhere to their exclusivity clause. That's just another way to try to keep us out the
Yeah.
industry.
Oh my God. Okay, listen to this, you guys. So
This is the tea, y'all.
this is the tea. Listen, and to all Asian owned beauty suppliers out there, I tried to get you guys to come on this my show and be interviewed, and no one would come on the show. I got the runaround from one guy said that he would do it, and so to their defense, I tried to get them to come on so that they can speak their part. But at the end of the day, they know what the deal is. They know
Right.
that they are trying to keep us out because they know that they make millions, maybe
Billions.
billions. I was going to say billions, maybe
Yeah, it's
billions. I was going to go there.
billions.
Billions of dollars on us because we spend money doing this. So I hope that this is helping you guys, my audience out there, to think twice and maybe be willing to spend a little bit more money and buy
Mhm.
Black owned, because we need our support. We already are operating at a handicap because
Yep.
they're trying to keep us out, and
Yes.
try not to buy from them as often as possible. I would rather you buy at Sally's if you can't find a Black owned beauty supply in your area than to go buy at the Asian beauty supplies, because they don't care, and they know they're doing little tactics to keep us out. So let's move on with the questions. Girl, you done got me heated over here because I knew what it was, but but just getting the tea is just giving me just so much more information. So my next question is, what advice would you give someone who wanted to open a beauty supply? Thank you, cousin Denise.
Yes. So obviously I am a huge pioneer in this movement. This is literally what I do full time. I'm super passionate about it. And so I believe every community needs a Black owned beauty supply.
I
Why?
agree.
Because we are 90% consumers in the industry, and us Black women own less than 1% of the market share.
Mm. Yeah, that is that part right there. Let me tell you guys something, and then I'm going to let Janice tell us about her boot camp, because I want you guys to ask questions. And please, you guys, like and share. If you guys are really enjoying this, please take the time to tell somebody about it. We have to support each other. I'm doing this show for you guys, not for me. And tell me what you want to see on this show. Tell me what you want me to air, who you want me to bring on, and I will bring it on. I want to help you. Do you need help financially? I can help you with that. Do you need to build your business credit? I can help you with that. Do you need to know how to open your business? I can help you with that. You know how to open up, you need to know how to open up your beauty supply? Janice can help you with that. So please tell me what you want to do. You want to publish a book? I have somebody that can help you with that. There are probably not anything, when you say, Janice, with TSP that I probably can't pull from to help them with. And I really am doing this show because I want to help you. I want you to win. I want your dreams to come true, but I don't just want you sitting there dreaming about it. I want you to execute them and walk in them. And I want to help you do that. Okay. All right. So let me get off my soapbox there. Janice, please tell us about your boot camp, girl. Let me just tell you guys before she does that. Let me get into how I met little Janice Fredericks. And I say little because she's this cute little petite thing. I thought she was, when she got on the stage, I was like, no way, man. She can't, she's so young. There's no way she could.
I was young, yes.
I mean, she totally superseded her with her introduction. And you have to know this group we're in, TSP, because when they introduce you, we are all up dancing, and I'm doing dances I just learned 5 minutes ago because I'm around the young people, and we're just having a good time. So Janice got up and she told us about her beauty supply, and she gave us these numbers. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to even try to take notes on this. I'm just going to turn on my recorder on my phone and I'm just going to let it record. I'm going to listen to it later. But she just really schooled me. And how, I want you to tell a little bit before you get into the part about your boot camp. Can you tell us about surviving COVID? Tell us about how you did those bundles and just the number thing and how you took, because a beauty supply, you don't think you can drive the market and what they buy. But you can most certainly help people out and let them know what they need. Girl, okay, I'm going to be quiet and let you tell it. Girl, tell us how you did those bundles and all that kind of stuff.
Yes. So, and I love that you brought up TSP because that was a great moment for me speaking on that stage. So I shared about how I opened my store back during the last recession, which was the mortgage crisis.
Yes, and that's 2008.
In 2008, yes. And that's when I created that bundle. So at that time, this was also when women were doing like the big chop and going natural. And it was just like this whole natural movement. So I was talking about finding a solution to the current problem. And so I saw that and I was paying attention. And again, I was one of the first Black-owned stores, like just in the tri-state area. And so because I was paying attention to the current problem, and I found like that women had certain products that they really loved and gravitated to, but they were all underneath the same brand. And so I thought to myself, if I can bundle like my top, the top selling shampoo, the top selling conditioner, the top selling oil, bundle it together, literally step by step, teach the lock method, right? Which, at the time was like this new thing that not a lot of people really were educated on. And so really that was like a pivotal moment for me. It's like combining the education piece that we have been missing historically in our beauty supply experience with the fact that I have all of your favorite brands. I'm bundling it up. So I'm literally taking the guesswork out of the equation.
Amazing.
Right? Because I'm putting it together. But as a Black woman, I could do something like that because we have the same hair.
Exactly.
So like it literally makes sense. And again, guys, when I opened my store, I only had to run my store for maybe the first year and then it ran on its own. That is the beauty of retail, right?
Wow.
And so, when I get hairstylists and I get people who are kind of like trying to transition out from, working with their hands all day, I'm like, this business is just, the money is great. Once you teach this baby how to walk, it literally walks on your own and you are serving your community. So it was a combination of all of those things for me. That really made my store as successful as it was. It was just literally me solving that initial problem, combining the educational piece behind it, having seminars and trainings in my beauty supply store. Again, these were things I was doing 10 years ago that people have never experienced in a beauty supply store. And so like, literally, I was able to be a change maker in my community through my beauty supply store.
That is so awesome. Okay, so now let's talk about that, because how many of you guys who are on right now with us go into these Asian-owned beauty supplies and ask them questions about your hair? Right? We do it because we have they sell the product. We want to know how the product works. how do they really know how the product works? Janice, I think that is genius that you thought to do that. And I think, and you guys, that's a pro for shopping at a Black owned beauty supply, because I'm sure you teach your clients to do that
Oh,
now,
absolutely.
today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
because
That is
having
a
that
part of it.
education piece of being able to, when you get a product, and I love the fact that you knew what it took to get the style done, but it wasn't all in one line. So you
Right.
took the different products from
Products from
each line, bundled it in a package with education, and gave it to your clients, and that is so amazing. And you're serving your community. Whenever things came up during Christmas, I'm sure you were able to help out, with any
Yeah,
things
we
that were going
had
on.
a ton of events and
Yes.
and
I think that, oh my gosh, that is so amazing. And I got a viewer that had a comment. You guys, let me go ahead and dab because this eye is watering. I'm a little emotional. But anyway, but but the viewer said they have Black girls working in there who still don't know. And you know what? She's right. Because guess what? It's not about us having a great experience. It's they don't care if our hair turns out right. They don't even care if we burn our hair out. They're talking to you about color, and they don't care if you have a relaxer and you shouldn't bleach over that color. They don't care nothing about that. All they want is your money. That's all they want. And you guys, have to understand and realize the power as Black women in this industry. Our money has power.
our
We
money
have to
definitely.
realize how much power we have. Listen, real quick, and then we're going to get into this boot camp because I want to stay on. This is such good tea, honey. We went to Hawaii. My husband and I went to Hawaii in June, and we took this tour. And the tour took us around the island. And so we went to this area where they had all these beautiful homes, Janice. They were on the ocean, honey. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We even got a chance to see part of our ex-president, Barack Obama. He's still my president. Barack Obama's house. But it was so funny because every time we went past a house of an owner that owns something, the guy who was guiding us, the guide, he kept saying, "How many of you guys like so and so and such and such?" And we would say, "We do." He would say, "Oh, well, this is Mr. So and so's house. You helped him buy this house." So we went by Panda Express, we went by all those things, and it just really, really let me know just how much our dollars have power. Reminded me, so we can take the power back, ladies, if we, and gentlemen, because gentlemen go into beauty supply stores as well to get their products there, we can take the power back. And we can also, the more Black owned beauty supply stores we support, the more that can come up, the more that can grow, the more that can expand. The more we support them, the more they can grow and they can serve us. And we can even try to figure out what we can do about that price, that higher price. I'm going to look into that to see how we can protest that, what we can do I don't know what we can do. I don't know how we can do, but you never know unless you look into it, right?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
Janice, tell us about your boot camp.
Yes. So, like I mentioned, I ran my stores for over 8 years. And, at the time I was just getting so many people who are just like inspired about what I've done for myself. And they were like, can you teach me? Can you teach me? At the time, I was also a mom of Irish twins. And so,
well, hold on a second. What is Irish twins?
Okay, so they're not twins, but they are two kids who are born in very close in age, right?
Oh,
so
gotcha.
A year apart.
Okay.
And so I had two small children back to back, and I was like trying to work this store. It was just so much. And then we were also transitioning from moving from Queens into Brooklyn, New York.
Okay.
And then I had so many people asking me to mentor, so I like literally shut everything down. And I heard God say, like, I want you to teach these women. And I thought at the time, all right, so I could shut my stores down for a year. This was also during COVID.
Okay.
Well, and I had this big plan to open this really big store in Brooklyn, New York. And, I heard him say, like, just teach these women. And so I did my first, like, live cohort of my boot camp where I just taught live. I like literally gave them everything, templates, guides, workbooks. Like I created a lot.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this is great. And they loved it. I mean, they absolutely loved it. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I want to continue on with my stores.
Right.
And I went to look at spaces, and I went to a lease signing one time, and the deal completely blew up in my face. And I heard God say, like, I do not want you to open your stores. I want you to continue to teach other women.
Wow.
Literally there at a lease signing. I heard all of that. And I was like, okay. And so I did another cohort, and like the women just kept coming.
Yeah.
And again, this was in when I started, really was back in 2017. And I like every single time I wanted to reopen my stores, like sabotage would happen. And that, like, I don't know when he wants to release me to do my own thing again, but like women are there, they want to open stores. And so I literally traveled all across America. I have come to Vegas to help women open stores, and it's all through my bootcamp program, which is literally a combination of literally all the things that I went through in the 8 years of me being a beauty supply store owner.
Right.
And I mean, I went through everything. My journey in beauty supply has been probably one of the craziest experiences of my life, and of just a business owner in general.
Right.
Lawsuits, everything happened to me.
Lawsuits.
And so like, I know now that all the things that I went through was to prepare me to help these women open in a very correct way. And so again, I have tons of contracts. Like the women open in the most sophisticated way, because every mistake, everything that I went through, I have incorporated that into my bootcamp program. So these women, when they open, they are opening in a very legit, very business savvy way.
Awesome. I want to get to part 2 of my question for your boot camp, but I want to kind of reflect on what you just said. First of all, let me commend you. First of all, for listening to God and doing what he told you to do, because when you did, you were overflowed. You know, he gave you, and so many people don't do that. I can tell you that I have missed it. I missed it several times when God told me not to do something, and I did it anyway. And it just blew up in my face. Right. Yeah. And so let me commend you for that.
Mistake.
Exactly. But then secondly, it's so much like God. You guys, I'm going to wipe this little eye again. It's so much like God to have you help other women, because that's what it's about. He hears our prayers. He hears our calls. He knows our heart, and that he would say, I have Janice. And let me send Janice. And he just wants us to be available. So I love that. So entrepreneurs, aspiring entrepreneurs out there, I'm talking to you, aspiring people who are in business for yourself, all of those things. One thing I have learned is when you help people, you are going to blow up. You can't help but blow up, because it's not about you. And I learned that the hard way. Janice, when I tell you, I learned it the hard way. I guess I had a hard head, and
I did too. Like,
but
God said I can have it my way. I would just have my own chain of stores, and I would just be minding my business.
Gotcha. I get it. He's so like, listen, no, right. But you know, there's something about that. Like, it reminds me of the disciples. Like when he first sent them out, he told them to take nothing, remember? And he said, wherever you end up, that's where you eat and sleep. And if they don't receive you, dust your feet off and go to the next person. But when he sent them out the next time, he equipped them. He told them, take this, take that. So I think that as we, really, we are huge distribution centers. It's really about distributing the grace and the gifts that God has given us. So you are so on point, and I'm learning from you. I am learning from you. I am definitely planning on putting that into this next part of building my business, Biz Credit Talks, and as well as Hairworks International, because I'm doing an educational piece. And you just showed me what I can do to help. Because I thought, what can I help now? Everybody's doing it. But I have so much knowledge. Absolutely. And like you said, I haven't had any lawsuits, but Lord Jesus, I have definitely had a whole bunch of mishaps and just things going on. And I have some very dear friends in Asia that really look after me. They really look after me. And so, I mean, the very fact that remember I told you I wanted to do before COVID, I was looking to put a hair factory in South Africa. And my very dear friend in Korea is signed up to help me to do that. And we know that doesn't really happen, you know? So the hour is getting near, but this is so good. I want to keep going. I want you to tell my audience how they can work with you. Like, what do they need to do? Like just everything, just give it all so that we can know how we need to be prepared to work with Janice.
Yes. So you guys can definitely reach out to me on Instagram. I'm really active on Instagram. My Instagram handle is @TheRetailGenius. I also have a free mentorship group on Facebook. It is called the Black Beauty Supply Power Circle, and that is on Facebook. And then if you know that you are ready to just jump into this industry, my boot camp is the first place I want you to go. And so you can go to beautysupplybootcamp.com. beautysupplybootcamp.com, and you can go ahead and apply and book a call to speak with one of my reps, and they will get you all the way started. But like, I'm all over the channels. The first place, you know, I tell people to go when they just want to like learn more is my free Facebook group.
Your free Facebook group. Okay. So Velvet Voice in the Clouds, do you think you can put that Facebook group up as a link real quick? And then I want to open this up to my audience. You guys, Janice is here. How often do you get this opportunity to talk to somebody with this much knowledge who has the power and the ability to get you this dream? If you have it, please ask questions. I need you to chime in and ask questions. She's here to ask any questions. Type the name of the group in the chat. Okay. I can you want
Scheli,
me to
that's
do
not
it?
for you. That's for our guest. If she can type the name in the chat for me, I'll put it on the screen.
This is my first show, y'all. This is my first show, so bear with me. Okay, so you're asking them to type the name of the group in the chat. We want to type. Janice, what's the name of your Facebook group again?
It is called the Black Beauty Supply Power Circle.
Okay, good. There we go. So you guys, there you go. And also, Janice, give them your boot camp information. Yes. She's going to give you guys her boot camp information so you guys can go there. And again, if you have any questions at all, now is the time to ask. We have her on here. Janice, I think I'm going to have you back at a later date.
I would love that.
But I would love to partner. Let me go on record in front of God and everybody and tell you that I would love to partner with your beauty supply owner clients to teach in-store classes on how to properly apply lace wigs and how to take care of your hair so that you don't lose hair. I would love to do that, because here's what's happening in my industry. I'm getting more and more women, younger and younger, who are coming with hair loss. And first it was from the braids, you know, to wearing the braids too tight. Then I saw it later on with weaves, them not properly taking care of it. It was baffling to me how these young ladies and men, young hairstylists, were doing these weaves and breaking people's hair off. I didn't understand that, because in the way that I was taught to do weaves, and in my generation, and I'm sure a lot of hairstylists, my show, Nikki, Thea, if you guys are out there listening, we put people in weaves, Janice, to grow their hair out. So it was a protective hairstyle. It's a protective hairstyle. I still have so many people who are coming to me that I've grown their hair out using the weave method, you know, and now the wig method. I don't understand why hair is breaking. I don't get that. So I would love to partner with them to come in and teach courses, you know, or even if I can do a course and they can sell it or whatnot, because there is a proper way to apply the lace wig. There is a proper way to take care of that lace wig, and there's a proper way to take care of your hair. So I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Well, I don't see any questions coming in, which lets us know that we did our job, girl. That means that we answered those questions and that they got the knowledge that they got. But we're 49 minutes into the hour. I just want to say thank you, Janice. First of all, for answering your call and doing what you were created to do, for living in your purpose. Girl, you are on your way up. I feel like we can never reach the top. We're always on our way up, right? So you are definitely a sister who is on her way up. So thank you for that. And then secondly, I want to thank you for coming on. Girl, you didn't know me. All you knew was I was a TSPer. So I want to thank you so much for coming on and giving me your time and sharing with my audience. They loved it. We're getting all these comments. They're saying thank you. They're saying good job. Yeah, they loved it. And I just thank you for coming on. But you know, that's the TSP way, right? Yep. That's what we do in TSP, you guys. Traffic Sales Profit. It's a mastermind that we are a part of. That's what we do. We help each other. There are Black millionaires in there, and we help each other. If you are a person who is a 5-figure earner, we push you to 6. If you're 6, we push you to 7. If you're 7, we push you to 8, and we pushing on up further than that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So without further ado, yes. Hi, Terry. I saw Nikki. I saw Terry. I saw Lisa. I saw Judy Sampson, my cousins, Dana, Reed. Thank you guys. You guys, if you enjoyed this show and if you believe that this is going to help a lot of people, which it is, just believe that that's what's going to happen. Please share this. Please please go to YouTube and subscribe. Hit that notification button so that you will know when I am coming up. And please, please, please tell your friends, tell everybody about the Scheli Jones Show. This is not about me. This is about you. It's about you. I want to inspire you. I want to motivate you. I want to educate you to do the thing that you know you have been called to do. I want to help you get there, not just sit and talk about it, not just do a conference or anything. Not that conferences are bad. Conferences are great. I know some great people that are doing some great conferences, but I want to help you execute. I want to put my connections with your connections so that you can go to the next level. And guess what? We want you to look cute as you go there. Okay. So make sure you go to revivemywig.com. Go ahead and get the product. Next week. I won't be here next week. I think I'm going to air this show again. That's what we'll do. Velvet Voice in the Sky, Daryl. I think we're going to air this show again. What do you think about that? Because I'll be out of town. Yeah, I think that people need to hear it again. So we'll air this show again next week. We'll just pop it up again so you guys can see it. And then the following week, we're going to be back with some jam-packed stuff. Okay, you guys, I'm so excited. Listen, my email address, let's put it up there again, shelijones@shelijones.biz. Go there and you're going to give me your mood swing. What makes you happy when you're down? What do you do to make yourself to switch your mood? And then give me your on your way up. What is your dream? What is your vision? I want to hear it. Okay. And make sure I've got some gifts for those. I'm going to put it in a little bowl and I'm pulling a name out and I'm going to give out some gifts for those who do that. I love you guys. You know, your girl does not take it lightly when you come kick it with me because you could be doing anything. And I am always pleased to have you here. Meet me back next week for this show again, just in case you missed something. And then the following week, we got a jam-packed new show for you, a new guest, and we're just going to be on our way up and switching our mood. All right, you guys, I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Let me take a moment to breathe sometime next week. Maybe I can help.